Babel Infinite. Oh god, I can't do it. I just can't do it, man. After all the news and reports and all this stuff that's been happening all this past month, I'm kind of torn. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of torn. I did not like the story demo at all. Don't get me wrong, the gameplay actually felt like Marvel 2, in a way, but the story mode itself was a bit shit, is the least I can say about it. It only had one cool moment in it, and that was Dante handing his guns to Rocket Raccoon. That was like the only moment I was like, yeah. But everything else was very cringeworthy. Like, what is up with Cap's goddamn face? And Dante looks like a coke addict. He's starting to look like Dante a little bit, but don't even want to talk about that. From what I've heard is that the E3 build that they showed was what is called the Versus build compared to the story demo we got was a lot better in terms of like graphics a little bit, lighting, and you got to see this character select, and if you take a glance at it, it looks rough, man. The Marvel side especially looks dry as hell. Like there is no X-Men, no Doom, no Magneto, and you would think they would put in characters we wouldn't expect, like Squirrel Girl or something, but there's nothing. It's orientated to the MCU, which everyone expected, but they could have at least put in characters that aren't in the MCU yet. But the leak list that was put up days before E3 was confirmed 80% true in my book, which I'm kind of excited about on the Capcom side more, because Jeddah from Darkstalkers and Monster Hunter were on the Capcom side, and that's really the only thing that's keeping me interested, because the last game that Jeddah was in, I believe, was Darkstalkers 3, and he was the final boss, and I think it'd be awesome to see another Darkstalker character besides Morgan in a modern day Capcom game. But I would say this leak is 80% true because Zero was confirmed to be in the game in E3, and he wasn't on the said leak list, so there is hope that this may be fake. That's just my hope, and if it does turn out to be true, whatever. I will still probably have fun with the game, but there is something that needs to happen, and I dare ask Capcom for it if it's possible. I want them to actually delay the game. Why? Because I don't want this to end up like Street Fighter V in having no content like it did last year, which was a huge disaster for Capcom, and they're still trying to rebuild the game to this day with more characters and stuff. I think it would be good to delay it to at least like December or early 2018. Like, they could add more characters, fix the art style. Well, I wouldn't even call it an art style, but they could also add in more multiplayer features. Like, how awesome would it be to play 4-player couch multiplayer 2v2, like Mortal Kombat 9 back in the day? How awesome would that be? Okay, I'll wrap this up. Overall, I probably will still get the game, being a huge Capcom nerd and Marvel fan that I am. But, man, this is looking tough for Capcom, and I really don't want this game to fail, because Marvel vs. Capcom means a lot to me. Like, most of Capcom's franchises I grew up with in my childhood, like Devil May Cry, Onimusha, Power Stone, and Star Gladiator, to name a few. Which, Hayato, you should be in this game. But, man, I really don't want this game to fail. I want to have fun with this game. I want to learn characters. I want to do cool stuff with said characters. I'm happy that Strider is in this game. That is the one thing that is keeping me open to getting the game more, is that I can play my boy, Strider. Where you at? My team will be Strider and Ultron right now, so as long as I can do that and have fun and possibly see more stuff in the future, I don't know. We still got 2 more months left to go, so hopefully we will get something that will change all of our minds, and this leak will end up being false, but that's just me. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Frame Data. I've been Sam, and I'll see you guys next time.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select and make your first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select and make your first pick. 10,